he says a lot.
And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. I apologize for interrupting that lovely and beautiful duct tape, but we have returned with the lower bracket finals. It's going to be a best of 3 between these two amazing players. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Royal Blood, we have the South Korean Terran player living in the land of Japan, representing clan Cranky. Not Cranky. It is HonMonO. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the American Zerg player, one of the cheesiest Zerg players in the land of the Americas, representing Team Gosu. It is Kazmir. Oh, let's remember when I said he's one of the cheesiest Zergs? So the cheesiest Zerg in the Americas is Reaper, and Reaper is teammates with Kazmir. And he also does impart his wisdom. Is it wisdom? I don't imparts his strategies, his play, his yeah, just his thoughts in his mind as to how to approach games. And we are going for a proxy hatch. Oh my god. In ZVT. Now, HonMonO is familiar. Kazmir and HonMonO, they're both regulars, and oh, he's checking for the proxy hatch. He does come across it. HonMonO, he's been done dirty before. So for those wondering, this is the 8th edition of this tournament, and for the past like 2 editions, Kazmir and HonMonO, they have been hitting each other a lot in these tournaments, and HonMonO is now wise to him. Also, HonMonO has been playing against Reaper, and I remember, I think it was last week, I think it was for Tenacious Turtle Tussle number 6 or number 7. I remember that that HonMonO played against Reaper, and then he messaged me. He's like, "Yo, Kazmir did the exact same thing." Like 2 games, like, what's happening? What are these guys doing? Just constantly cheesing the hell out of him. So that's the downside, of course, of being a very stylistic player, is that you can also become predictable, because, you know, if you play enough against someone, you learn how they play. You know how they act. Here we go. HonMonO is going to be scouting across the map. He does come across the gases, and he does spot the Roach Warren as well. Bunker is on the way. Factory CC on the high ground. And yeah, HonMonO, he's just reacting beautifully to this. This Roach Rush isn't going to find as much success. Now, I'm curious how Kazmir is going to react. What's he going to do when he shows up and there's nothing on the low ground and there's a bunker on the high ground? Kazmir could try to drone out of this. He could try to macro. As crazy as that sounds, he could just try to focus on containing HonMonO to one base. That could be his goal, but we'll see. Ravagers, this Overlord will also give him high ground vision. He can bow down this wall, as HonMonO goes straight for a 3rd CC. Straight for that 3rd orbital. So again, HonMonO just being very greedy here in his defense. Very confident play. Across the map, Reaper has arrived, and is going to be dancing with these Lings. I don't really see... Kazmir, he's doing quite a lot of damage to this, but Reaper should survive. And there we go. The Ravagers make their way across the map. Going to be working on that wall. Yeah, Kazmir, he's not droning, by the way. He's just sending more Lings across the map. He's committing here to the all-in. And unfortunately, like, even though we have a lot of Lings, the goal here, I think, for Kazmir is that if he busts through that depot, he can just flood on in. But he doesn't have enough Ravagers. He can't bust through that wall. It's not happening. But here we go. The wall's on the wall. The Lings that do make their way into the main base. They do get caught up on the SCVs, though. The tank is going to fall. The bunker, is the repair enough? Oh, it is. The bunker will not die. SCVs just get a massive hug on it. Keep it alive. The Ravager goes down, and HonMonO has held. Now we're droning. Oh, a late time to drone for Kazmir. Now that he realizes that he cannot break his opponent. Now the problem is the Banshee. There are queens, one in each base. If we had cloak, I think the Banshee wins the game. I'll be honest. Banshees can have free reign on all of this. There we go. They are going to reveal themselves. Spores are on the way. GG, well played gets called, and HonMonO will take game number 1. GG. Again, he has been done dirty in the past. Has been hit by the proxy in the past, and did check for it quite quickly there. Was able to react in time, react beautifully, and yeah, HonMonO didn't have too much issues at all in that first game. Now we're going into game number 2. Now, it's okay. Kazmir, he doesn't have to just rely on proxy hatches, okay? He's got other builds up his sleeves, I'm sure. I'm sure. Here we go, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, leading the series 1-0, 1 game away from advancing on to the grand finals to have a rematch against Ender. It is HonMonO. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the American Zerg player representing Team Gosu. It is Kazmir. And this time, no proxy hatch. This time, we're not going to be proxying HonMonO. Kazmir going for a hatch. Oh, he's crazy. He's lost his mind. He's going for a hatch first. Okay. Here we go. So a much more economic opener this time out of Kazmir. But don't let this fool you, because again, he is a very cheesy player. Even though it looks economic, I imagine we're going to be seeing, I don't know, maybe a Roach Rush, like a 2-base Roach Roll in from here. Maybe we can go into 2-base Muta, which isn't too cheesy to be fair. Could go into a Bane Bust. Kazmir has options. For now though, hatch, gas pool, standard opener. Meanwhile, HonMonO is just going to be going for his Rax Expand back at home. Is just going to be chilling, having a good time. Oh. And yeah, I mean, are we going to see a standard game between them? I'll be honest, I don't think I've seen a standard game from Kazmir before. We've casted him quite a bit this year. This year specifically, we've been featuring Kazmir quite a lot in these tournaments, and yeah, I don't think I've seen him on even 3-base saturation. It's unheard of. But maybe today it's different. Maybe today things change. Shout out to the turtle. The Tenacious Turtle, of course. That is tussling on the map. First Reaper does make its way into the natural base. Drone is going to be going down already. Oof. Good pick up here from HonMonO, and he wants another worker if possible. Does get a second drone before going down. Oh boy, so a good start here for HonMonO. Meanwhile, Kazmir should be working on a 3rd base. He does have the money for it. A 3rd base should be on the horizon. The longer this goes on without it, yep, there we go. I am curious as to what that money was for, and it is going to be for 2-base Roach. No 3rd. Back at home, HonMonO is going for 3cc 2-on-1. So this is his tried and true, his macro build. Very economic, very standard, very macro oriented from HonMonO. Because he just lost his Reaper, he is also in the dark. This is kind of best case scenario for Kazmir. Because of the 2-on-1, this also means that HonMonO will not have access to Banshees. So, yeah, these roaches may go uncontested. Hellions are moving out, though. HonMonO is going for a scout. As the Hellions move out, the Lings move in, and SCVs are going to fall. Oh, a late reaction here from HonMonO. Is going to be losing a lot. He's focusing his attention across the map instead. Oh, and HonMonO doesn't notice he's losing every single SCV here at the natural. Ay, ay, ay. 8, almost 9 SCVs. And across the map, the Hellions are being cleaned up. I don't think the Roach was spotted. I have to check the vision here. But yeah, the Hellions didn't see the Roach one, and I don't think they saw the Roaches moving out across the map. Never mind, they did, as a bunker is on the way. But this is a late bunker. The Roaches are arriving soon to be Ravagers. HonMonO is in some trouble. I do like this adaptation. Marauders are on the way. They will help against the Ravagers. But I think Kazmir may just have too much. HonMonO not playing safe enough. Kazmir, he's going to be busting on in. The Ravagers have arrived, and this bunker is going to get bowed down. Oof, as it barely survives. A lot of Lings did go down. Do you think that Kazmir just has to hold off here, just wait for another wave of those Ravagers, of those Biles, sorry. Lings are flooding across the map. There we go, the Biles will connect, the bunker will fall. But is this too late? Because we got a lot of Marines. Stim is done. Medevacs are coming out as well. HonMonO, he does lose a lot of workers, but he's holding. And Kazmir doesn't have a good economy behind this either. This was not good enough. Oof. As long as HonMonO avoids the Biles, he should be able to deal with this. A couple of SCVs will fall. Kazmir trying to find a good angle. But the longer this goes on, the better it is for HonMonO. Biles will connect with the Medevacs over everything. But there just aren't enough Lings. There just isn't enough to support these Ravagers. And HonMonO, he sims on forward. He's going to be focusing everything down. It was close, though. This was a much closer game. Kazmir almost broke HonMonO at the start. But again, I do think that the Ravager Biles, they were a little bit staggered. It took a little bit too long to bring down that bunker. Kazmir's droning, but he's got a lot of droning to do. And because HonMonO now has these medevacs, he can go for drop play. He can be active on the map once he deals with this army. And yeah, Kazmir, Kazmir and HonMonO. It's their Archon name. HonMonO, he has held at this point. He's taking his third base. Oh. And with this drop play, Kazmir, he's going to have a hard time defending against this. So, okay, ideal world. Drop moves out. And HonMonO doesn't have anything at home. He has one Marine. He has one Marine to defend back at home. So this Ling counterattack could get out of hand. It could do a lot of damage. But we gotta go before all this production kicks in because we're 8-raxing. Uh-oh. We have an 8-rack setup here from HonMonO. This is a 3-base all-in from the Terran. Lings come in, but a little bit too late. We do have Marines to reinforce. As HonMonO is gonna snowball out of control across the map. Third base is under threat. But again, HonMonO, he can just stim on forward, dive on top of the Roaches and the Ravagers and clean everything up. Kazmir just doesn't have enough. The man with gun is just a little bit too strong here. GG, well played. Good luck in the finals. And HonMonO will advance on to the grand finals. GG. But the stars were aligning. The stars were aligning for Kazmir. He was up in supply. He was almost hitting a crisp timing, busting the natural base. HonMonO not quite as prepared for it, but he was able to buy time. He was able to hold on long enough to be able to muster up a defense, and HonMonO takes it 2-0, and we have a rematch. Oh, let's go all the way, puppy, all the way.